Hello and welcome back to the Music NFT Podcast. We're here, mate. Still going strong in the middle of what is another epic rise of crypto.
We're back, baby.
If you've been on Twitter in the last 2 weeks, it is full of hopium. Everyone shouting from the rooftops, a little bit of a couple of green candles, and everyone's back in the driver's seat, getting ready to buckle up. It's a fun. There's a lot of smiles going around. It's fun, but we're here to report on music NFTs and the industry. We have been away. If you didn't know, if you weren't checking on our socials, we were in Sydney, Australia for South by Southwest, the inaugural South by Southwest Sydney. For those of you that aren't across the festival, it is originally an Austin, Texas festival. It still is there every March, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it is March.
And what would you call it? It's kind of like a culture festival of music tech, and film. So everything that is relevant to culture, I'd say, is covered.
Yeah, it encompasses everything. It's music, it's film, it's TV, it's content, it's gaming, it's tech, it's innovation, it's everything.
It is very much everything. Like, there was even a talk on young Australians, how young Australians can, save for a house. There was so much like little niche subjects that were covered in talks. So what we've just said, it covered all those three subjects, but as a whole, branched out crazily. And then at the same time, brought them back in. And then every single night, music events, every single day, music events, films being shown every single night. And then just amazing talks. We saw Chance the Rapper speak about his storied career as an independent artist. We saw a lot of AI talk, AI in music videos. Obviously,
really
the hot button, like NFTs were the hot button 2-3 years ago. AI is currently anything that anyone could talk about. It was pretty much, they covered AI in film, AI in music, AI in tech. If you were at the event, you definitely saw a talk on AI. And I think the most interesting talk we saw was probably it was almost the first one. I still feel very touched by the very first one we saw with Nina Las Vegas, and it was one of the heads of Warner and Adam Goods from the Sydney Swans. And they just talked about music and sports and how the two interrelate and how they could be a much stronger bond. And then the disconnect between, I suppose, you go to a film festival and there isn't much talk about music, and you go to a sports event and there isn't much talk about sports events and there isn't much talk about music. And you go to a music event and there isn't much talk about sports, or feel like there's so much interconnectivity with these things, but no one's really in those industries talking about how to join them properly. And that, I think, is an overarching theme, was a lot of what we heard as well at the event. That kind of snuck in a few more times.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you even think about the AI talks we went to. It's using AI in music video. It's like that combination of tech and art. It's the blending of all those different pillars, I guess, which is what, I don't know, makes great art, makes great moments. Is the intersection of those coming together.
I think
which is cool.
Yeah, I think that's a great term, blending. I think that was very much a theme of the event and the festival. Was we should be more open and understanding, and probably, of the community as a whole as well, the blending of our society, and it was the blending of industries and how that will shape the next 10, 20, 50 years. Because if you're not open to it and you stick in your hole, you will be left behind, as we've been saying. Here in the magical world of NFTs, where green candles are abound.
And I tell you what, one of the big, I guess, notions that a lot of people spoke about in all different industries was just get out and try and start doing it, and the rewards will come. And it's something that we say here all the time. Just dip your toe in, start, make that track, upload that song. We're always talking about it, and that's what all these great professionals in all these different sections of culture are saying.
Yeah, it's definitely sport, tech, film, everyone was just like, believe in yourself initially and take that first risk. And if you have the time, life's 60, 70 years, definitely longer than that. But like, I think most people are living to 60 or 70 these days. So you can guarantee yourself 60 or 70
comfortably.
10 of those, if you spend 10 of those, so let's just say 20 to 30 or even 15 to 25, if you want to start really early, if you invest a decade into something, the rest of your life you will see fruits from that. It can be much quicker than that, but it seems like from everything we saw over the week long event, that around about a decade, if you spend a decade in your industry, you will be at the top of it. And it was just amazing. It was just great to be around that kind of energy. Great to see so much stuff. Saw people from
I certainly had a great time, Brock.
Hey, we're already excited for 2024. 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're thinking about going next year, we definitely recommend it. For those that are in America that have never been before as well, but are in either of those industries, definitely recommend in America as well. It is a standout event, and if you want to be discovered as a musician, great place. Like we learnt about Chance the Rapper's
100%.
Chance the Rapper being discovered at South by Southwest in America. That is part of how his career took off. The publicist of Donald Glover was at an event that he wasn't even meant to be performing at. He just was a roadie for a band and performed. So think about that. Not even meant to perform. Just went to the event as a roadie for a mate's band, popped up, rapped, publicist for Donald Glover there, sends the mixtape to Donald Glover. Donald Glover loves it, puts him on his tour. Within a year, they have a song out. A year later, he has another mixtape out. And he's blowing up. It's crazy.
And then the 360 of that, Chance the Rapper at South by Southwest Sydney, going along to a show and introducing 11-year-old artist Inkaby, where this kid just goes out and plays a 6 set with Chance the Rapper by his side, just like grooving and jamming. It's like picked up by all these like music outlets and stuff. I mean, like, boom, that kid's blowing up.
Yeah,
the circle of life at South by Southwest.
It's a great event. That's enough about that, though. Definitely check it out at South by Southwest at SXSW Sydney. You can check out what happened in Australia at SXSW. Such a mouthful. SXSW.
Oh, Jesus. Brock's having a stroke.
Yeah. For just the American one, and you can check it all out. There's so much stuff. There's so much history. I think it's over 20 years in America, so much stuff. So many artists have been discovered there. So go check it out if you haven't already. Moving on. Music NFTs. We're back, baby. A lot of chat about being back. I don't think we're back. There's just a bit of chatter about some Bitcoin ETFs possibly happening. And as usual, that moves the market, and a little bit of conjecture in the market moves the bigger market, who then makes us all reinvest in it. We're sitting tight. We'll wait and see. But recently, we've had another use case, another music festival, whipping out the music NFTs, and not music NFTs, NFTs in general for the music event, and involving it, like kind of building it into the whole event as part of the ticket sales. So you could buy an NFT, and it would get you, and this is something we've talked about many times before, a VIP level. It's a way to measure the fans, keep an idea of where they are, their wallets, etc. They end up selling, I think it was like 50,000. They made $50,000 more in revenue for the event by selling these NFTs. They got what was it? The 10K first week signups. So because of what was given out, like the season pass, so you can actually choose or help choose the lineup for the next year as part of the VIP membership.
That's sick.
It's all we want. Give me a vote,
the
guys.
Chain smokers.
You're getting to be a part of a community they got more signups straight away for people buying tickets. It's what we keep on talking about. You need
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just get invested, mate? But that, like, just that single 50K extra in revenue, like, that's an extra artist for the bill. Like, that's an extra big artist for the bill. Or it's, just making sure that the build, a couple of things can be paid. It's just that extra little bit of cash that festivals right now
making sure the workers get paid.
Yeah, making sure people get paid, because like right now, fucking heaps of events are getting shut down. So to make sure that you're getting that extra revenue, to connecting more with your fans. No reason artists can't be doing the exact same thing. You don't have to wait for an event to do it for you. I'm just trying to see. I know there was a little bit more.
Did you say when you initially told me this, Brocky, that they, like, it was an NFT, but they didn't like announce it as an NFT?
Yeah.
Like, they kind of hid that word? Yeah.
So Medallion were behind it. They've had a bit of a storied relationship with NFTs where it's like it's like one of those things where you get the custodial wallet, essentially. So it's like they're looking after it. So it is an NFT, but you can't really, a person that doesn't understand NFTs doesn't need to understand them at all. It has to be part of it. But this is what they got. So here, I'll bring it up, so I'm not going to flub what actually they got. First entry to the festival, private merch shopping before doors, which we're mad merch fiends. So you just offer me that, I'll be there. An interactive digital festival zine. And then, this is a really good one too. Purchaser names thanked on festival screens. So they must have been running that throughout the event.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, fast entry. You got your own private, like, pins, stickers, merch bag. On top of, like, merch shopping, you got, like, a free kit as well. And then, of course, as I said, part of a community that be able to vote on the artists for the next year, and some bonus content, like some AMAs with festival artists, things like that. So that's just how one festival in America called All Things Go rolled it out. I would actually go check out Medallion, because I looked through a couple other things they did during the week over the last 6 months, and it looks like they really know what they're doing. So definitely one to watch. And it's funny in the NFT world.
If you're listening, come on to the potty. Love to chat with you.
It's a funny thing. Like, you look at a company like this that's just done something as big as that for a business, 2,000 followers on Twitter. You're like, these guys should be. It's
always those ones though who are just like, they're just like the silent,
we just
behind the scenes, just like lords, just like doing it, getting the job done.
And then, sorry to be hogging the mic here tonight. In other news, Spotify have finally taken offense to the leagues and leagues of noise on their platform, and the leagues and leagues of, we've talked about it before, the junk that is on Spotify, like the amount of artists that don't have over 100 plays on songs, the amount of songs that are on the platform that don't even have over 10 plays, because people release them and they don't promote them, and we don't fucking understand why. You're all crazy if you don't promote your songs. It is difficult to get under 100 plays. That is hard. To get over 1,000 plays, also hard. But comfortably between the 500 to 700, that's easy. To get under 100, I'm really surprised. You must be living fucking in Fucksville nowhere. Sorry to be rude.
I have no friends.
Yeah. And that's difficult, again, in this day and age, because there's people everywhere that will definitely listen to your song. We have a little breakdown of, so they changed the royalties. Under 200 streams, you don't get paid it. So you get zero. Duck egg. Goose egg. What is it? Goose egg, which is totally fair. You should get off the platform again. That's sorry to be rude. Get off the platform if you've got under 200 streams. Quit music. Fuck's sake. But if you get over 200 streams, it will earn you roughly 5 to 7% more than it would have otherwise. So again, we're talking about cents here, but
what's 5% of 2 cents?
Yeah, 2 cents, yeah, not much. But that bump, I know, what is it? It's like if your song gets over 200, you'll earn roughly 60 cents. Hey. I'm keen for some 60 cents.
Hey,
But
that's a cone.
like what they're trying to eliminate right now is fraud with the amount of noise albums. You know, people just getting crazy rich off making these noise albums. You know, baby soothing white noise, all those kinds of things that just have minted millionaires
Bit of
in the
rainfall.
past. Yeah, have minted millionaires, and now they're trying to move past that and regather that and take the money that was designed to go to artists to actual artists rather than people just gaming the platform, which is fucking about time, guys. Catch up. Yeah, that's like in the broad strokes of it. That's kind of it. Like if you really want to look deeper, please go check out Spotify, check the latest updates. But that's the two things that they're focusing on is getting rid of paying anyone that gets under 200 streams, so that, you know, if it's garbage, it doesn't deserve any money, and that can go to other creators. And also if it's not actually music on the platform, also just curtailing the money that they can earn, and again trying to give that back to musicians. So you should all cheer a little bit, even though Spotify will 100% go to Warner and all the majors again later on down the track and try and undercut the rates that you're getting right now. That's 100% going to happen, but right now you should be cheering for the little guy.
Enjoy those little wins.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Pat yourself on the backs right now. Spotify is listening. That's pretty much everything I have for tonight. Also, we ran into the guy one of the original creators of FanDuel. You guys don't know that. It's a betting platform that you can go against each other, just picking the team for the week. You play it. It's just a fantasy league, but with money for NFL. And then they've added MLB, NHL, everything has been added to it. The creator of that is looking and is investing money in doing one for music. So how it's working right now is artists that are blowing up on Spotify. So they have a tool that they've developed that can track movers on the platform on Spotify, like seeing who's getting lots of streams, which I find really interesting because it seems like that seems really powerful in a sense of like going to find artists that need to be signed. It's hectic to think that data's out there, that data's out there and accessible, but also inspiring. Question mark. And yeah, they're developing a thing that we've just become a part of called, is it Music Manager on Vault? So Vault Music, that's where the creator FanDuel.
I think it's called just like Fantasy Music.
Fantasy Music Manager. We're doing a pretty good promo for it right now. So if you're listening, don't listen to us. Yeah, it's called Fantasy Music Manager.
I think it's just called Fantasy Music.
Fantasy Music Manager by Vault Music. So Vault, music NFT platform. Guy from FanDuel owns part of that. He's developed this. So it's free right now, and he's giving away money for free if you win or place in the top 10 each week. So if you believe you know who's popping off on Spotify right now, that's a independent, get on and yourself some free cash. But I think it's something that we've talked about as well on the podcast 100 times over, is like, how can we bet on artists that are winning on the part of platforms like Spotify? This is a great idea, and I hope to see it blossom and become something much bigger. But yeah,
we've signed up for the alpha, and we hope to win some money, some grand prizes for picking the artists who we believe in. We'll let you know. We'll keep you posted how we go.
But yeah, that's it from me.
That is it, everyone, for another week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you rate and review, subscribe, leave us a message, follow us on the socials. Just engage with us because we love engaging with you guys. And we will catch you on the next episode.